So this is not a how-to video. It's just this is how I do this. So I always seem to be working on something. Gonna be doing tensioner and new belt on the 7.3. Got the belt and tensioner over there. This thing crapped out when I was about 4 hours away, and managed to straighten out the tensioner enough to get it back home. As you can see, the belt was about shredded. Look at that. Took back roads to keep the RPMs down. God damn it. And yeah, the tensioner there. I don't know if something got in between here and yanked it, but it was cockeyed like this, so it was just chewing the belt. Anyways, I pulled it out and put it in a vise, squeezed it together, and it straightened it out and got us home. So that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure we only need a few tools. 1/2-inch breaker bar, 3/8 ratchet, 13 mil, I believe, and a plier to get this off, and that is probably all you need to change this. So that's convenient. Gonna be doing tensioner and new belt on the 7.3. Got the belt and tensioner over there. This thing crapped out when I was about 4 hours away, and managed to straighten out the tensioner enough to get it back home. As you can see, the belt was about shredded. Look at that. Took back roads to keep the RPMs down. God damn it. And yeah, the tensioner there. I don't know if something got in between here and yanked it, but it was cockeyed like this, so it was just chewing the belt. Anyways, I pulled it out and put it in a vise, squeezed it together, and it straightened it out and got us home. So that was pretty cool. So something really cool about changing the SERP belt on these 7.3s, Superduties, is the radiator hose goes between it. So when you change the SERP, got to pull the hose off and bust open the coolant system. It's a pretty good design. So I'll get a clamp on this, crack this open. Definitely gonna lose some out of here, but definitely not ideal if you have to do this on the side of the road. See that deflection right there? I don't know if that's normal or a little bit more excessive, but somehow it got to be about like this under normal conditions, and so it just tore the hell out of that belt. This thing's absolutely destroyed. Quite impressed that I made it all the way home. But yeah, as you can see, can't get it off without the radiator hose disconnected. .3/8, 13 mil, and that's all that's holding that tensioner on. There we go. Should be able to sneak this out without parking it on your battery, or disconnect the battery to be safe. As you can see, there's that O-ring. That just keeps the bolt from not falling through. But I don't know if the new one comes with a new bolt, so definitely need to take that O-ring off. As you can see here, the gap right there is pretty tight, and over here it's very spread out, so it was causing a major alignment issue. Here's the new one. Looks pretty much the same. This was a Duralite. It's got Ford stamped on it. It only lasted about 2 years, so pliers suck. Get the new belt ready. Try and do the old switcheroo real quick. Oh. Only made a little mess, right? Great. There's dimples on the back for alignment purposes. Pretty long bolt. All right, so this one doesn't even have any gap between there. It's quite a little bit different of a design, but I don't see there being near as much deflection in that one. Those worked kind of nice, I guess. If I would have got some better pliers, I probably could have avoided the mess. Try and get this thing routed. I'm willing to bet it'll probably take longer to get this belt ran where it's supposed to go than it did to actually change the tensioner out. Maybe easier to do most of it from down here, we'll see. So it really didn't take long at all. You just want to go underneath it and get that belt around the crank pulley. And once you do that, it's pretty much a breeze. Run it around your tensioner over there, leave the alternator off, get your breaker bar ready to go, and then Everything's in line. Loosen that tensioner, slip it on. Check everything's lined up, all the ribs are where they're supposed to be. Looks pretty good. Now you might want to crack the coolant reservoir tank to try and bleed some of that air out that you let in, disconnecting that upper radiator hose. You may not need to, but if you got nothing else to do, might as well. Alright, so these are the only tools you're going to need to do the tensioner and a new SERP belt. 1/2-inch breaker bar, 13 mil with a 3/8, pliers. This radiator hose clamp can come in handy so you don't lose a bunch of coolant. But other than that, it's a pretty basic job.